Hey guys, welcome to part 2. Let's continue on with the show. So the man in black gives Richard a knife to go and kill Jacob at the four-toed statue. As he gets there, Jacob just beats the crap out of Richard, disarms him of his knife, and Richard wants to know where his wife is. Jacob goes on to explain that his wife is not here, and Richard's like, yes, she is. I'm in hell, and the only way I'm going to get back is if I kill you. And Jacob goes on to say that this is not hell, you're not dead, and proves it to him by drowning him pretty much in the ocean. Richard screams he wants to live, and then him and Jacob have a little talk sitting next to each other on the beach. So Richard explains to Jacob that the man in black approached him and told him to kill Jacob. Jacob tells him the reason why he's trying to do it, and also tells him the reason why the man in black is on the island. It's to protect everybody from the man in black, because he is evil. He's not good. He's darkness. So Jacob goes on to explain to Richard the best way he possibly can, by telling him that the island and Men in Black and the whole thing is like a bottle of wine. Well, I don't have a bottle of wine, I have a bottle. So we're going to use the bottle as an example. And because I don't have wine, we're going to use soda as the other part. So Jacob explains to Richard that the wine inside the bottle is the Man in Black. He's going to keep trying to get out, keep trying, keep swirling. He's never going to be able to get out, as long as he's on the island, which is the cork, or the cap in this case. If it's closed, there's no way for him to get out, no matter how hard he tries. So pretty much, if there's an island, and as long as the Man in Black is on that island, he is no way going to be able to escape. Also, if there's a Jacob of some type around, there's no way for him to escape, because that Jacob is obviously superior to the Man in Black and can withhold him on that island. Jacob now also says that if the wine were to escape, it would spread. And if it were to spread, all hell would be loose. Everybody would be affected by this. Havoc would be ruined onto everyone. Don't worry, I poured it onto a towel. Everything is fine. Jacob also goes on to say that the Man in Black feels that everybody is bad in their nature. And Jacob doesn't feel that. So he's the one who brings people to the island to prove to the Man in Black that people don't have to be talked to do something good. And that's why the Man in Black always corrupts somebody, and Jacob doesn't ever interfere, because he doesn't want to interfere with what their decision is, which is why he didn't try to convince Ben to not kill him. Jacob asked Richard if he wants a job, and in return he said that Richard wants his wife back. Jacob admitted that he can't give him his wife back, that he can't free him of his sins, but then Richard says that he wants to live forever so he never has to go to hell, and Jacob can grant him that though. So Jacob gives a white rock to Richard to get to the Man in Black. Richard pretty much tells the Man in Black he's going to stay with Jacob. Man in Black says if he ever wants to come back, he can always come back to him. And then Richard goes off, and then, as we know, Richard is Jacob's assistant for like the last 140 years. So here's a quick summary of the whole story of Lost. There's Jacob and the Man in Black. Jacob is the protector of this island and keeps Man in Black out from going into the real world. Because if he does, he's going to create havoc, he's probably going to kill, and probably the world is not ready for somebody like Man in Black. Jacob and Man in Black have a disagreement about how the nature of man is always bad. And therefore, Jacob brings people to the island to show the Man in Black that it's not always the case. The only problem I see with this situation, though, is that if Jacob never brought anybody to the island, doesn't that protect the whole entire world from the Man in Black regardless? Because if the Man in Black cannot kill Jacob, and Jacob doesn't bring anybody to the island, there's no way the Man in Black can escape. So by the Man in Black killing everybody, and then wind up having Jacob dying, is not the Man in Black's fault. Technically, it's Jacob's own fault. Now, as a lot of you probably know, Lost gets related to the Bible a lot of ways. There are a lot of Bible references in the show, and I'm just going to go with that for now. Whether or not Jacob is God and Man in Black is devil, I do not think that is the case. Yes, they are definitely a superior being of some kind, but they are definitely not the God and the devil, and I think this is the reason why. So if they were indeed the God and the devil, I seriously do not think that they would be isolated on an island with each other. Yes, we know that Jacob can go into the island from the island, but the Man in Black can't. If you follow the Bible and you're a believer of the Christian faith, you also know that you are tempted by the devil every day. That's what sins are. You're not supposed to commit sins. And I think if that were the case, that the devil wouldn't be isolated away from everybody. The Man in Black is not the devil. He's a monster. Two totally different things. Now, I really don't want to get into the topic of religion, especially on Lost, because it's a very, touchy topic. Everybody always gets really sensitive. I don't want to start a holy war or anything like that, but I was just talking about it because I know a lot of people feel that way. And I'm just letting you know that I do not think that Jacob or the Man in Black are indeed the god or devil. Also, now knowing that Jacob is the one who's protecting everybody from the Man in Black and isolating him on this island, I think the reason why he wants to find these candidates is because I think Jacob wants to retire, as you can say. I know he died and now somebody has to take up his place, but I think Jacob knew all along that he was going to die and therefore had to find people from like 100 years, probably from the time that Richard came to the island to now, of who can replace him. Anyways, to finish up the episode, Jacob sits next to the Man in Black, lets him know if he got his gift. Man in Black says that he's eventually going to find this loophole to kill Jacob, to exit off the island, and Jacob lets him know that as long as he's alive, he will never allow him to leave the island, and if he does die, he'll have somebody just take his place. And that's exactly where we're at right now in 2007. Jacob gives the Man in Black the bottle of wine for the example that he showed Richard, and Man in Black just takes it and smashes it, and then Lost is over for now. Next week's episode is entitled The Package. Just from the sound of it, I'm assuming maybe it's something to stop the Man in Black. Maybe it's something that comes from the real world to the island to, stop somebody from something. Not too sure. Doesn't sound like it's a good thing technically, but then again, it doesn't sound like it's a bad thing. Alright guys, thank you very much for tuning in once again. Tune in next week when we do the package episode. If you guys want to contact me at all, I'll put a description in there. I'm also going to put part 1 of the video in the description too because the annotations haven't been really working. I usually talk on Facebook about Lost and whatnot, on Lost Sideways Flash it's called. It's a small group right now, maybe about 350 people, but a lot of people talk, people talk there. It's really fun, interesting theories. Check it out if you're on Facebook. Once again, thank you very much. Rate, subscribe, and comment now. Thanks.